Hey guys, back with you once again, and guess what? I've got more comics. I just better get started. Anyway, I've been on eBay the last few weeks and kind of went on a little mini binge, but I found some great deals. Found some holes, or filled some holes in my collection. And this first little stack, all these books were 99 cents a piece, and maybe except for maybe a couple exceptions, they're all like fine to very fine. There might be a couple of very goods in here, but lots of cool Marvel Bronze Age stuff. Okay, the first one I got here is Supervillain Team Up number 3. And I never was really fond of Namor's costume right there, the blue, and I like the old classic look, but this is a really cool cover, and this is a fun little title. Number 4, more Doctor Doom and Submariner. Number 11, it's got a really cool cover with Doctor Doom and Cap. And this is actually a Dave Cockrum cover, I think with Joe Sennett maybe. Yep, Dave Cockrum. Very cool cover. Another cool cover, Supervillain Team Up number 14. It's actually John Byrne and Terry Austin cover. And I think this ties into the end of the Champions series. I know if any of you watched Scott Costin Romstar's video on the Champions, I think this ties into the end of that series. Actually a pretty good story. Great cover. And we have Howard the Duck number 22. This is a Send Up a Star Wars. This is an issue I didn't have. Like I say, these are all 99 cents. So it's kind of hard to pass up. And here we have Some Strange Tales. Number 172, with Brother Voodoo. Really cool cover. Not sure, that's Gil Kane, maybe? Dan Atkins. This one's kind of in rough shape. It's probably a good, very good. You can tell it got a little bit of water damage on the cover. But it's complete. You know, it's got a cool cover on it. Brother Voodoo versus the Black Talon. And another one's probably a very good Marvel Team Up, number 23. Human Torch and the Iceman. Some of the early issues in this run had Human Torch teaming up with different people. And this was one of the few issues that happened. Pretty cool cover there. I know one of these square bound books I love so much. These are all, you know, reprint titles, but I just love them. I mean, where can you get Kirby and Ditko and Heck and Ayers and all these guys in one book? You know, this was 99 cents. Marvel Superheroes, number 24. Cool Jack Kirby Daredevil cover. I'll say this is one of those square bound books. So we have Daredevil and X-Men, and all kinds of good stuff there. And this one's for Hippie. Chili, number 5. But yeah, I love this old stuff. You know, it's reminiscent of the old Archie stuff. Same artist, probably Dan DiCarlo, I think. Yeah, that looks like his art. But any old Bronze Age Marvel or DC, I'm probably going to pick it up regardless. And here's a cool title. I think I've already got this one, but for 99 cents, I couldn't pass it up. I might stick it in a giveaway or contest whenever I get around to that. There's Supernatural Thrillers number 10, The Living Mummy. Somebody saw fit to put some black ink or marker up here in the prize. Well, it's a little beat up, but not too bad. And here we have Giant Size Marvel Triple Action number 2. Another square bound book. Got some cool reprints of the Avengers, Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Thor. So Okay, I got some more Marvel stuff. I'm trying to see if I haven't shown some of this stuff already. No, okay. Now, this is recent. Another cool little for title Dead of Night. This is from another auction. Number 10 doesn't have this, and this has got Kirby and Ditko horror and sci-fi reprints in it. So, just in time for Halloween. And here we have Iron Man number 64, 20-cent cover, fighting Rock. Okay, I found a good little run of Defenders to fill some holes in. A couple of these I already had, but they were selling them in a lot, like a buck or two a piece. So I'm kind of closing in on getting all my Defenders run. Here's a real nice copy, number 3. Cool Gil Kane cover. And here we have number 24. Number 46. Number 66. Cool Valkyrie cover. Number 67. I think this is one I already had, but 78. Number 80, it's really cool. Rich Buckler, Joe Rubenstein cover. Another Buckler and Rubenstein cover, number 83. Number 94. And number 97. Okay, I have just one DC book. And I wasn't sure if I still had this. I remember buying it originally, but it was pretty cheap. It had a lot of great artists in it. But I went ahead and got another copy just, in case I didn't have it. But this is the anniversary issue of Superman number 400. Okay, and there's a really cool Howard Chaykin painted cover. And as far as it's got a lot of great pin-ups in it and a lot of great stories. But in this issue you have Terry Austin, Brian Boland, I think Ray Bradbury does the forward in it, John Byrne, Howard Chaykin, Jack Davis, Steve Ditko, Will Eisner, Mike Grell, Klaus Janson, Michael Kaluta, Jack Kirby, Elliot Magan wrote one of the stories, Frank Miller, Mobius, Joe Orlando, Wendy Peeney, Jerry Robinson, Marshall Rogers, Bill Sienkiewicz, Walter Simonson, Leonard Starr, Jim Steranko, Al Williamson, and Bernie Wrightson. The reason I wanted to show this one was because Jim Steranko is coming to the con up here next year in March, and I think this is actually the only time that he ever got to draw Superman, and I just kind of want to show you. I'll show you some of the pinups too. Here's Steve Ditko Superman, Mike Grell Superman and Clark Kent. Let's get back to where Steranko is. Okay, and here's Jim Steranko's Superman. That is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And he did the whole story like this, just 2-page spreads. I think all these stories are just like different takes on the legend of Superman. I think this is like a futuristic sci-fi take. But the art is just gorgeous. but just beautiful Steranko artwork. I really love this 2-page spread. And like I say, you have pinups, got all these other artists. Frank Miller on the back. Jack Kirby. You got a story about Al Williamson. There's a John Byrne pinup. Jack Davis. And Walt Simonson. That's one of my favorites. But just thought I'd show that just in honor of Jim Steranko and a lot of other great artists. Okay, back to the Marvel stuff. This is a title I really love, and these are some issues I had missing, and some of them I already had. It's the 70s version of Amazing Adventures. This is the part of the World of Worlds. Number 26. Okay, and then we have the storyline of one of the first storylines of the Furry Blue Beast. Amazing Adventures number 17. Number 16. Fighting Juggernaut. For some reason, there was 2 copies of number 15 in this lot. I put one of them in Mylar because it was probably the best copy. Here's number 15. It's the first appearance of the Griffin. Very cool. I love these picture frame covers. And here's the other copy. They're both probably fine, very fine. I think the other copy was a little bit better. And there's number 13. And number 12. I already had probably a couple copies of this one. I know most of you have seen this cover. This is kind of famous. You know, I Killed Iron Man. But to me, the best thing about this is the artist inside. You have Tom Sutton being inked by Mike Klug. And the art in this is just beautiful. But you know, Gil Kane doesn't do too bad on the covers. So, okay, got a couple lower grade issues. This is probably the worst of the batch, and it's got a lot of creases and it's got a couple tears in it, but you know, it was like $1 or $2. Here's number 8, and this is Neil Adams' take on the Inhumans. It's a very cool Neil Adams cover. And you have a separate feature, Black Widow. I think Gene Colan did that feature. So you get 2 great artists for the price of 1 here. And here's number 7, another great Adams cover, the Inhumans. And I'm just guessing more Gene Colan on the Black Widow. Okay, and one more book. This is kind of one I've been wanting for a long time, and Captain Strangelove kind of reminded me of it on one of his last videos he did. Commandy is my all-time favorite comic character. You know, I've probably got 2 complete runs of the book. You know, every appearance that I could find on, you know, I've got the, you know, I'm just a Commandy fan. But this is actually Alarming Tales number 1. This is actually the prototype for the Commandy book, and like I said, a lot of you watch Han's videos. He's probably got a couple copies. This one's in pretty rough shape. It's beat up all the way around. And if I can later on, I will try to upgrade, but I could only find 2 copies online, and the other one looked worse than this. And I think probably got a deal on this. I think I paid about $18 for this, but it's complete. It's all Jack Kirby, and I think maybe 5 or 6 of the stories he actually inked himself. So there's, like I said, this is the prototype for Commandy, and probably not going to take this out of Mylar anytime soon, because I've actually got a Harvey Digest. This is from Harvey in the 50s. But anybody that wants to read the stories without having to get this book, Harvey came out with a digest in the early 80s that reprinted all these stories. It's like Shocking Tales Digest or something like that. So anybody's reading, interested in reading, the first Commandy prototype, the story is called The Last Enemy. You have the talking dogs and talking rats, and the whole thing that came later, 15 or 16 years later in Commandy. The prototype story is in this book. So really glad to get this one. Like I say, it's beat up. May or may not try to upgrade later, but just glad to have a copy of it. Okay, guys, I appreciate you sticking with me. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Like I say, kind of busy. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Got an anniversary Saturday. Got a son's wedding Sunday. It'll be pretty busy, so I thought I'd go ahead and put up some videos. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for watching and commenting, and onward and upward.